Okay, so I recorded this video with my friend, and the audio was not recorded. Uh, but it worked out. We got a game, and so I'm gonna just do some post-game commentary, talk over this video. So we got kind of the ideal starting hand. Decided not to push anything back. We have the best card in the game, Mobilize. I'm just now realizing that the part of the screen that shows the card isn't in view, um, but at least you get to see the hand. So we're starting off some ramp, and we are going to be playing this plate worm egg. It costs 3, and you can tap it for an energy, or if it's empowered, it makes 2, and then you can spend 1 to tap it. It comes in exhausted, so we have to spend 1 for the Jayce legend to untap a gear, to ready it, to tap an energy to empower it. So now it's set up for next turn. We did all that just so next turn we can have 2 more energy, but then we can spend 1 of those to untap it with the Jayce, so we can get a total of 3 energy out of that. So with the 7 runes we're going to have next turn, we're going to have 10 energy to work with. That's what really is super cool with Jayce. This one card is the best card by far in all the colors, in all of blue and orange for gear to untap. This one wins by far. So we're just going to play an energy conduit, and then we are going to draw some cards here. I noticed that... oh, do I not? Hopefully I use this Jayce legend. Okay, yes, I do. Okay, so we're going to tap that to tap it again for 2 energy. Plus 4 energy, and then a power. Yeah, then we're going to progress today. We're going to draw 4. So this deck, you're really just trying to draw through your entire deck, and then you're going to have, with the goal of having 2 empowered plateworm eggs, as well as a garbage grabber. And a very important key to this combo is a card called Applied Researchers. So we are tapping the conduit and a rune for this Sump Works map. This says when an opponent scores, draw 1. So at the start of their turn, they're going to score, and then we get to draw 1. And then if they want to gain another point this turn, they're going to have to let us draw again. So that's 2 energy for 2 draws, 1-to-1 ratio, just as good as Stupefy. So we're just spending our turn digging. Maybe we play this and they're like, ooh, I don't want them to draw 2 cards. They look like they're a combo deck or something. They're digging. I've never seen this card played. I mean, you wait a turn. If they wait a turn, that is so much better than us drawing 2 cards. But we do get the second card draw off of this. My opponent does move in to the paper tree. I think we forget on 1 turn about holding for the paper tree. Would have made the combo much faster to get to. And the reason that we can do it is because of the signature spell Acceleration Gate. It costs 3 energy and 1 power. And it says ready any 4 gear, unit, or rune. If we spend 2, we get 8 energy if we untap. Oh, sorry, we get 4 energy if we untap 2 plateworm eggs. Garbage Grabber is the key to this combo, where you recycle 3 cards and draw 1. Our goal is to play the Acceleration Gate to ramp up with this energy stuff. So we're going to play out another energy conduit, and then we're going to start just to draw. So we're going to draw 1 for Dredge Up, and we're going to spend 2, I believe. Oh no, we're going to progress day. And we have the seal. So we're going to spend a blue to make a seal. We're going to play Progress Day. And I believe we have that Stupefy at the end. So we draw 4. Are we going to realize we have the legend, or are we just going to play Stupefy? We're just going to play Stupefy. We forget that we have the legend. We could have played the Dredge up for 2. Been a little more energy efficient there, which is really critical for this deck. Like, you want to play every turn as efficiently as possible, because your goal is to draw through your whole deck. And you'll see when we get to the end, we have kind of a big pop-off turn. We have this Applied Researcher, which is a 4 energy unit that when you play down, you can spend 3 to empower it at any point. And when it's empowered, your spells cost 1 energy less and 1 power less to a minimum of 1 energy. It does not have a minimum of 1 power. So the acceleration gate goes from a 3 energy 1 power to a 2 energy cost. So you can play it, untap a Plate Worm, which replaces the mana, the energy it used to play the spell, and then 3 other things, which is what this loop works. You generate positive energy with the Plate Worm eggs, and you generate positive power through the use of a seal. So we're going to play this down. Our enemy has 5 points. Next turn, they're going to have 7. So our next turn is going to be our pop-off turn. So we're doing the Jayce Legend shenaniganry where you play it, you pay 1 to ready it, and then you pay another 1 to tap it to empower it, so you're set up for the next turn. I think I'm thinking through... Oh, this is where we're talking about Paper Tree, where we missed a Paper Tree. So we're going to... I think this is where we're talking about it. Or maybe I'm just trying to think of how most efficiently to draw. What card should I use to draw here? If you mobilize, if you have 12 energy, with the cost reduction, if you have 12 runes out, so you would draw with your mobilize instead. With the cost reduction, it's 1 energy for a card draw. So you turn mobilize from a 2 energy card draw into a 1 energy for 1 card draw card. If you're playing the combo, you're going to want to play Premonitions, and Premonitions are going to eat up your power. Your Premonitions are your power draw, so on the combo turn, they're going to cost 1 energy and 2 power. So you're just going to play 1 energy, eat your runes up, play all 3 of these Premonitions. But if you mess that up, then you won't be able to turn the mobilizes into card draw. So this deck has a lot of kind of finicky, number crunchy. You want to be super, super efficient. It really hurts to eat a rune early. I don't like playing Progress Day because it eats a rune. And you're just trying to have as much energy to put into card draw as possible. But obviously, if you've got a hand and you have no more card draw, Progress Day off the top is a super, super good draw. Because, like, oh, finally, I know I'm going to have more draw to play, things to do. It's very... You're worried that you're not going to have anything to do when you're playing a deck like this. So we figured out that Paper Tree there. So we've got 1 more energy, and I just tap it because I have nothing to play. That earlier turn, where I could have used the energy to tap the Jayce, to tap the Plate Worm egg, to get 2 energy, to play the Dredge up instead of the Stupefy, then I would have had a Stupefy in my hand to play for 1 on that turn. So it's like these little decisions do matter a lot. We're super, super deep into the deck. We only have 13 cards in the deck left. We're going to run through that super easily. We have all 3 acceleration gates, and we have 2 empowered Plate Worms on the board. So what you need for the combo to kind of like be set up, you'll see the very first thing that we're going to do on the turn is play Applied Researchers and empower it. And then you're just going to rip through your deck with your cards. You're going to use Acceleration Gate on your Plate Worms and your other energy generation, power generation stuff. You don't really need the power generation. I wouldn't try to deal with any power. until you get into the loop phase, because the loop phase you can just get as much power as you want. Right now, you're worried about energy, so you want to maximize for energy. So we're tapping enough to play this for 4, and then spend 3 to empower it. And then we're just gonna draw a lot. I'm assuming we're gonna start with our premonitions. And I remember we should start with this mobilize. I should tap 1 for mobilize to get a draw. Oh, I did. I thought I messed that up. Maybe I just draw into 1 later after I premonition and notice it in my hand and then think, oh no, I messed up. But we're drawing. We have 3 premonitions in our deck, right? Or 2 on our hand. There's 1 left in the deck. So drawing through 9 cards for 3 energy is super, super nice, right? We're playing it for 1 energy and 2 power because of the cost reduction. So we're going to tap this for 1 and then pay 2. All of these, I know I'm tapping orange. I just forgot to change the colors. Nothing in this deck has orange power in it. This deck has gone through a lot of iterations, and often when I'm theory crafting, I'll start with a blank slate, and it auto does 6 blue and 6 orange. I will have this fixed for the deck list in the description. So we're just power drawing through here. And we are out of, we have 1 more card to draw, so we're going to stupefy. And now that we have drawn everything, we need to play a garbage grabber. And then we have to have, if we have 5 energy, or when the garbage grabber's there, if we have 6 energy, because it's going to cost 1 to activate it, we need 5 energy after the garbage grabber to jump straight into the loop. And I believe we have an acceleration gate in our hand. We're about to play it to generate some energy, and then once we have that energy, we will start the loop. And yep, where we're looking for it, we found the acceleration gate. We're going to spend 2 energy on this, because it's 1 less energy, 1 less power. So we're tapping that, and then we're going to untap the plate worm eggs and power. We're ready for the loop. So, and then 1 for energy. And then we're going to play another acceleration gate. And so playing 2 acceleration gates is going to cost us 4 energy. But we get to tap plate worm egg, 2 plate worm eggs twice by playing 2 acceleration gates. And so we're going to get 8 energy just off of the plate worm eggs. And then our goal is going to be use garbage grabber. We're going to send 2 acceleration gates and a dramatic or downstage dramatics or a consult the past to draw 2 cards. We're going to send 2 copies of the gate and 1 of the draw 2 card spells. And then between the 1 draw from grabber and the 2 draws from the spell, we will draw all 3 cards in the deck. So we're looking for our acceleration gates. So we're going to select those. And I'm noticing, oh, I don't have one of those card draw guys. I could have just put any card in here, so I think I just grab Sumpworks. I think I'm overthinking this decision a little bit. And then down at the bottom is where you want to recycle it. Don't accidentally hit recycle all. I've done that a million times. So now we have 3 cards in our deck. 1 draw from the grabber, and then we're going to play our draw spell. We have the, I think we're just trying to do the combo. But I clear out my extra copy of acceleration gate just to make this a little cleaner. So we draw 2. We've gotten all those cards back into our hand. We're going to play the acceleration gates, generate some resources, and we're going to do the same thing. And then that's the loop of generate a bunch of resources here. When we play it, we're going to untap 2 plate worms, the garbage grabber, and 1 resource thing. Could be a seal, could be a rune, could be an energy conduit, any of those things that tap for a resource. And then the second acceleration gate we use Now we do two things for resource because we don't, two extra things for resource because we don't have to ready the garbage grabber since it's already readied. And then we're going to activate the garbage grabber to send those 3 cards back. And then we can generate either 2 energy a turn and 1 power, or not a turn, per loop, or if you ready the seal twice, you can get 2 power and 1 energy in the loop. So we're just going to do that loop enough times to then get our actual win condition, which is going to be the classic Renata and Heimerdinger. There is an open battlefield, but we don't want our opponent to have an opportunity to play any actions. So it's better just to play the Renata, then play the Heimerdinger, and it's going to cost a total of 9 resources. It's going to cost 8 energy and 1 power to play the Renata and to play the Heimerdinger. So Renata has this ability, 4 energy and 4 power, tap to score a point. Use my abilities only while I'm at a battlefield. That's why we have to play the Heimerdinger, because Heimerdinger can copy the scoring ability, but it doesn't have the line of text that says I have to be at a battlefield. So Heimerdinger is going to copy Renata's ability. So we're going to need to get 36 power and 36 energy. Each loop generates 3 resources, where that resource can either be energy, power, or readying a unit. So to keep it simple, we need to get 36 power and 36 energy to convert to points using the activated ability. So just alternate 2 energy, 1 power, 2 power, 1 energy. Do that until you have a total of 72 resources, or 36 of each. And then we're going to get to the combo, or the version of the combo, where instead of generating resources, we use the readying a unit. So where we would have readied a seal or an energy conduit or a rune, we're going to ready the Heimerdinger. So the first acceleration gate we use, it's going to target our plateworm eggs, and then Heimerdinger and the garbage grabber. Then before we play the second one, we can spend 4 power and 4 energy to get a point, tap our resources, play the acceleration gate again, ready Heimer again, and the eggs, and then one more thing, because we can ready 4 things. So even when you are looping to ready a unit, you're still going resource positive. Like I said, each loop generates 3 resources, and that can be power, energy, or readying a unit. You can at max get 3 energy. You can do all of your resources into energy. You can get at max 2 power, and you can get at max 2 readies on a unit, just because there's 2 acceleration gates. And that's the combo.